it's me. Today I am doing another one of my kind of like random pet projects that I'm just doing because I just want to do it. Is that kind of what I do like all the time? I don't know. Kind of. Yeah. I have a laptop. This is so compelling. I always have a case on my laptop. It's this real pretty floral kind of case. I think it's really cute. I'm the one who picked it out. I love it, but I've had it on there for a long time. I'm getting a little tired of looking at it. And my laptop is one of those things that I've been meaning to like customize for a really long time. So I bought this plain blue case in my shop with me video. I've decided that the best way to customize a laptop case is to design decals and then put the decals on the case.
You with me?
So I'm gonna spend this whole video designing as many custom decals as I possibly can, stick them all over the case, and there we go. Let's get into it now. So let's design some stickers. Decals. Decal sounds fancier. So design number 1, let's go. For all of these decals, I want to feature my characters. And the first one that we have appearing here is none other than Fred, the beautifully stern plant squishy that I made based on my fake plant that I glued pom-poms onto for no reason at all. If you really want to understand Fred on a deeper level, I do recommend watching my video where I turn myself into Fred. We learned a lot about him and his personality. Quite eye-opening. Enough about Fred. Joining Fred, I have my little friend Pickle. He is one of the very early characters that I created, but is still one of the most popular. I'm just sketching these two together here. So that's my rough sketch. Now I'm gonna go over that with Rough Sketch 2.0. I don't know why, but when I draw digitally, why does that sound weird? I feel the need to do 2 rough sketches. It's completely unnecessary, but here I am doing it. Now, I was gonna do something different and like try to outline each area in a darker version of the color that was gonna go inside of that particular outline. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be cute. It just seems like a good idea. Before I realized I hated it. Go away now. No. Let me just stick with a standard black outline. Stop trying to pretend like you're special. Okay, you're not. So I decided to design Fred and Pickle together on this decal because I've seen quite a few people pointing out their similarities. They're both green, they both have colorful spots, and they're both known for their big personalities. Big personality. All of these stickers that I'm going to design kind of have a theme. They're called the unlikely friendships. Well, I mean, that's what I called them when I was talking to myself. Doesn't matter. I had this idea to pair together 2 of my characters that have something in common, but I've actually never put them together before. Normally, we see Pickle with his cousin Derp, but we've never seen Pickle and Fred hang out together. So I guess they're not really unlikely friendships, but more just new friendships. Okay. I decided to have them kind of trading attributes. So Pickle has some dirt and a plant growing on his head, and Fred is sporting the classic pickle spots on his pot, which kind of makes them seem like, I don't know, like they're acknowledging that they're in each other's lives. You know what I mean? Speaking of Fred's pot, have you ever wondered what the rest of Fred's body looks like in there? I mean, he's a bear plant, right? I think he's a bear plant, right? I don't know. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who made this fool. So does he have a bear body stuffed in that pot, or is he just a head with roots? I mean, we know he can dance, so I guess he does have legs in there. I'm going ahead and finishing off some of the last little details on this drawing, adding my signature, and then I decided I absolutely hate this. I'm killing it. It's done. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I did that. Here is the final Pickle and Fred design. I love how Pickle's sweet little face is looking up and the little plant on his head, and oh, this is so cute. But we gotta keep going because we've got decals to make. So on to the next. The first character I'm drawing for this design is, of course, Fish Blob, the fishy looking blob that stole our hearts with her
fish face
and her big yellow bow. I decided to have Fish Blob holding a fellow fish. Orange Fishy. Orange Fishy actually started in my hydroflask painting video. I was explaining that I used the words orange fishy for many of my passwords when I was a kid, and then since then there have been several occurrences of a certain orange fishy. I'm realizing a lot of my characters have very long and possibly very uninteresting origin stories, but I still feel the need to explain them. Okay, okay, oh well. Orange Fishy is back, and it's time for the outline now. I didn't do the secondary sketch line this time, thank God for that. So I was able to whip this one up rather quickly. I tried adding some little scale details to Orange Fishy, but they looked a little too harsh and I wasn't loving it. Plus the 2 on his chest looked a little sus. Let's just ditch all that. On to the color. So of course these characters have the common trait that is clearly the fishness. Also, they both have this kind of like stunned expression. I'm not sure why I associate fish with this face, but clearly I do. I added a few little shadows to this drawing, and then I tried those fish scales again. I drew them in orange this time so that they would be a little bit less harsh. And then this was looking a little bit plain and flat, so I decided to add some little highlights in different colors to add a little interest, make it just a tiny bit funky. Adding my signature, and that's finished. Here is the final design. Why am I obsessed with the blush on Orange Fishy's face? Like in his cheek, the way it's all squished. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah. Okay, on to the next sticker. This one is a little bit more complicated. First of all, I'm drawing my friend Cupie.
Hi.
Cupie was created based on my human cupcake design. I'm sure if you saw that, you remember it. Only half of her body is visible here because she is going to be poking out from behind the Sprinkle Panda. Sprinkle Panda is just something that I made when I was customizing plushies. It's actually a character that doesn't have much of a story. It's a panda with sprinkles, and I call her Sprinkle Panda. Then, kind of last minute, I decided to add a third character into the mix. This is where it gets kind of weird. And this one is a cat floating in a cloud. This was based on a pin that I designed such a long time ago. There's the basic design. I'm gonna start outlining them now. So of course I put Sprinkle Panda and Cupie together because they are my 2 characters that have sprinkles all over them. Also, they have pink goo on their heads. I like how I drew Cupie's frosting kind of dripping down as she leans over. It's really cute, but also kind of gives me anxiety. Like, what happens if she just keeps leaning? Is all her frosting just gonna fall off? Nobody wants to see a bald Cupie. Finally doing the outline for Miss Kitty. I think that's her name. I know I named her in one of my videos. I'll have to go back and check. I don't think many of you will know Miss Cat. Is her name Miss Kitty? No, it is now. Hi, Miss Kitty. This one was a little bit more challenging to pull together than the rest of them. The Sprinkle Squad here, they make perfect sense together. But then you throw Miss Kitty into the mix, kind of floating up above in space. Whoa, and everything is weird. I almost feel like these are 2 separate stickers, but you'll see how I try to tie them together. Here I go drawing in the rainbow onto Miss Kitty. I tried blending the colors together, but I absolutely hated the look of that. Yeah, let's not, please. And adding some little details around before it's time to add the sprinkles to these characters. I've gone a while without using the sprinkle song, which has been making some of you very cranky. So let's resolve that now. Okay. Feel better? Now here's the deal why Miss Kitty is just hovering above the Sprinkle Squad. This cloud rains sprinkles. This is like sprinkles to the extreme. I don't normally play the sprinkle song twice in a video, but I think we need to. That was the Sprinkle Extreme remix.
Just don't do that again.
So the idea is cute. I do like the design, but I was having a problem with the fact that I wanted this to be one cohesive decal. I wanted to contain it a little bit more, so I added a gray circle for them to stand on, which maybe I should have just left it like this. I feel like it needed to be contained more. So I ended up adding a giant rainbow around them to kind of frame the whole thing, and this is what I landed on. So I feel like the top half is really cute, and then I love the Sprinkle Squad on the bottom, but do they work together? I don't know. I like the story, how like Miss Kitty's cloud rains sprinkles. I don't know if the design really works. It's a little bit odd looking altogether. I couldn't really think of a better solution for it, so I just called this done and moved on. Okay, so next I'm bringing a very popular character of mine, Cousin Derp. He is Pickle's cousin. Derp is the derpiest of the derp. He's all always looking to munch, so I wanted to pair him with a food-related character. So I decided on Jerry the Cherry. Jerry the Cherry is pretty new. I created him to kind of make fun of the fact that I have a problem with making oversized cherries, and he's also got a butt crack, which we all love. So I thought I'd design a very happy derp holding a slightly concerned Jerry. Rightfully so. I mean, we know derp is hungry. Is Jerry gonna die today? Maybe. Okay, no, nobody's gonna die. I'm sure once derp realized that this cherry is a living, breathing, butt crack having little dude, he's gonna refrain from eating him. But in this moment, we're not too sure. Suspense, tension. Onto the color. This one was really simple to do. Maybe I was just getting into the groove, or it was just a little easier than the rest of them, but I just flew through this one and bam, it was done. It's really cute and kind of funny, right? I know you're just cracking up right now looking at it.
You're laughing so hard.
Anyway, I ended up having enough time to finish these 4 decals. I was kind of hoping to get more done, but also looking at the detail of all of these, I am happy with what I got accomplished. So I'm breaking out my printable sticker paper. This is actually by Cricut. I've never used this particular sticker paper before, but it looks like it's going to be just as easy as you would expect it to be. Starting with my first design, and oogly boogly bam, printed it off right on the sticker paper. I did have to bump up the saturation on the image before printing it out in order to get it to look closer to the digital design. Getting my scissors out, I'm going to cut around my design and leave a nice little white border around it to just make it a little easier on myself. Also, I don't know if that plant stem would have survived otherwise. And so now I just have to repeat the same process with my remaining designs. Boom, fish blob and orange fishy. And next, oh, Derp and Jerry looking good. And finally, whoa, there's a lot going on here. I panicked a little because I saw this one and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look quite amazing. I thought maybe it was this gray circle that was bothering me, so I switched it to blue, but this one still just looks a little off. I was satisfied enough to keep it around and print it out though. So putting away my iPad now and getting out my other device, my laptop. I spend so much time
with this baby.
My work, my entertainment, my shopping, it's all on this laptop. Whoa. My life is a laptop. Okay, not actually, sorry, just got a little carried away. Anyway, as I said, this case is really pretty. I'm just ready to see something a little bit more fun and my personal style, so I'm gonna pop this one off. Oh, nail check, nail check. Get rid of that, and I might as well go take off the bottom half too. Okay, and I'm not sure how necessary it is to show this part, but I always like to give my laptop a nice wipe down. It's a good old in-between case bath. Got the case out. Okay, and I'm just gonna pop that on. Nice. And while I'm at it, I will go ahead and change out the keyboard cover, which I feel like everyone hates these things, but I actually really love them, okay? They keep the keyboard clean, and I've been using one of these for so long, it actually feels weird to type without it. So,
Feelings from my heart.
now, of course, for the stickers, I tried them in a couple different arrangements before settling on this one. This is how I liked them best, and I simply peeled the backs off and stuck them on. It was really easy and straightforward. Now, I am very happy with the stickers that I did design in this video, but I also feel like it kind of needs more. I tried to print them pretty large to take up a decent amount of space, but still, it looks a little bit more empty than I really want. So this may not be the final look for my laptop case. I may have to add more in the future, but this was just all that I could accomplish in the time that I had for this week. All in all, I did have a lot of fun making these. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!